The Chopperoos are in Milevsko in the Czech Republic and are getting set for the Team World Championship ahead. With every team run through, they are inching one step closer to event day in Prague.
Just had our proposed final team run through. Didn't quite go to plan, but I think it's a good wake-up call to make sure the team are on song.
So Glenn would be better off starting this way so he can look across. Yeah. Righto, let's get into it.
No mistakes, and we can win this World Championships, and that's going to be the key.
The only thing we want for Australia is to take the double win home. It's great for everybody and it's great for the sport back home, and that's what I want to see happen.
Here it's not really about setting good times and everything like that. It's more about everyone feeling comfortable in their discipline, you know, so just a matter of everybody being comfortable that they're doing their discipline as good as they can and that they're right to go when we get to the competition.
Much better final run through there. You can see the smiles on the guys' faces, and this is going to look like a good trip for the Chopperoos.
Prague, the city of 100 spires, is hosting the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Team World Championship for the very first time. The Czech capital is a magnet for tourists and one of the most memorable cities in Europe. The competition will take place at Prague's Industrial Palace, where this year the best will battle for TIMBERSPORTS glory. But to get there, the contenders will first need to set a time in the time trial to be seeded into the knockout format. In the time trial, the Chopperoos took on arch nemesis New Zealand in a first-up battle that had national pride at stake. New Zealand had the better run with 50.35 seconds, edging out Australia, who claimed a 52.91 second time. All of the top teams have now been seeded into the round of 16 draw. Each heat is now sudden death, with the winner advancing to the quarterfinals.
Next heat coming out, New Zealand going up against Italy. The order of operation here is going to be as follows. They'll start off with the stock saw. As soon as the cookie drops there, it goes to the underhand and then the single buck. And finally, rounding out this heat is the standing block. Quarterfinal will be 8 teams moving on. Round of 16 going to be whittled down from 16 teams down to 8 for that quarterfinal. And now it's elimination.
3, 2, 1, go!
Under these circumstances, Italy will have to definitely play up. It's looking good as they cut that disc off just behind New Zealand, moving over to the underhand chop now. Andrea Rossi still on the backside. New Zealand's moved over to the front side, and now Andrea Rossi has finally moved over to the front side. New Zealand well ahead of the game here, through and already on to the single buck. Wow, incredible speed on the single buck by New Zealand. There's no catching them now unless there's a major saw hookup or axe stick here. New Zealand looking great, looking like they might even beat their time from the time trials earlier. With that adrenaline pumping, you never know. 46, 47, New Zealand well ahead. Oh my goodness. Italy trying to catch up very slow in the single buck, and New Zealand drops it in 54.66. And Italy battling hard on that standing block now. And you never see any of these competitors give up. They are warriors. And Italy up against a very tough competitor with New Zealand. Yeah, that was pretty clear. No arguments from anybody on this one. New Zealand is very, very, very strong looking this year. Could New Zealand be the team to take down Australia and their domination from 2018? It's likely by the way it looks, how they're performing right now.